Check. Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin this ceremony, I want to announce some housekeeping notices. So first of all, public washrooms are located down the hall to your right. Fire exits are located, well, I don't know, but if you just follow those green signs, you should be fine. To accommodate guests with auditory sensitivities, I would ask you to please hold your applause during the award ceremony until each regional and partner presentation is completed, where I will then prompt you to clap. So until I tell you so, no clapping. Bonjour, avant de commencer la cérémonie, je veux annoncer quelques avis de gestion interne. Donc, les salles de bain sont au bout du couloir à la droite. Les sorties d'urgence sont, vous avez simplement besoin de suivre les panneaux verts avec les petits stickmen. Et afin d'accommoder les invités ayant des sensibilités auditives, je vous demanderai de bien vouloir retenir vos applaudissements pendant la cérémonie de remise des prix jusqu'à la fin des présentations de chaque région et partenaire, où je vous inviterai ensuite à applaudir. Please rise and remain standing for the entrance of our special guests. Veuillez vous lever pour l'entrée de nos invités d'honneur. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, His Honor, the Honorable Arthur J. LeBlanc, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, and Her Honor, Mrs. Patsy LeBlanc. Will everyone please be seated? I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Your Honors, Minister Druhan, award recipients, partner representatives, sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Moussa Sangaré-Ponce, and I'm a graduate of the CSAP. I currently work for the Department of Agriculture, but I also do TV, podcast, and music. I'm a really big deal in Moncton. I will be your MCs for today's event. Mesdames et messieurs, mon nom est Moussa Sangaré-Ponce. Je suis un diplômé du CSAP. Je fais télé, musique, radio, et je suis vraiment, vraiment célèbre à Moncton, et je serai votre maître de cérémonie aujourd'hui. On behalf of the Provincial Education Week Committee, I would like to welcome you to what will be a great afternoon. The Provincial Education Week Committee recognizes the ongoing support from Teacher Plus Credit Union as our corporate sponsor. We are pleased to have the TPCU CEO, Dale Rood, in attendance with us today. Le Comité de la Semaine provinciale de l'éducation reconnaît le soutien continu de Teachers Plus Credit Union. En tant que commanditaire, nous sommes heureux d'avoir le directeur général de Teachers Plus Credit Union, Dale Rood, parmi nous aujourd'hui. Today, we will honor the fantastic work of teachers, public school administrators, early childhood educators, student support staff, and partners who have gone above and beyond in recognizing that culture is much bigger than skin color and race. By meeting students where they are, educators ensure safe, caring schools where every student sees themselves reflected through their learning journey. Aujourd'hui, nous rendons hommage au merveilleux travail des enseignants, des administrateurs tristes d'écoles publiques, des éducateurs tristes de la petite enfance, du personnel de soutien aux élèves et des partenaires qui se sont surpassés pour reconnaître que la culture est bien plus importante que la couleur de la peau et la race. En rencontrant les élèves là où ils sont, les éducateurs garantissent des écoles sûres et accueillantes où chaque élève se voit reflété tout au long de son parcours d'apprentissage. Today's events will consist of sharing of the honor song, Acadian anthem, the Black National Anthem, performances by musicians from École du Carrefour, remarks from our special guests, as well as student and parent speakers. It is sure to be a great afternoon. Our next set of performances are the National Anthem and the Honor Song. We ask, if you can, to please rise for the O Canada and the Honor Song. Everyone, please rise for the singing of O Canada performed by the musicians of École du Carrefour. Tout le monde est prié de se lever pour le Haut Canada, interprété par les musiciens de l'École du Carrefour. Thank you, musicians. I would like to invite Daniel Root, coordinator of Mi'kmaq programs and services at the CSAP, to the podium, who will share the honor song with us. Please remain standing. We ask you to refrain from the use of photography and remove any hats during the honor song. Daniel Root, membre de la Première Nation Les Sigouches au Québec et la coordonnatrice des programmes et services Mi'kmaq au CSAP. Veuillez rester debout pour le chant d'honneur. Nous vous demandons aussi de ne pas prendre de photos et d'enlever vos chapeaux pendant le chant. Merci. Will everyone please be seated? Will Aline Daniel, merci. Thank you for sharing the honor song with us. J'aimerais maintenant inviter son honneur Arthur J. Leblanc, le lieutenant-gouverneur de la Nouvelle-Écosse, à venir nous adresser la parole. I would like to welcome His Honor Arthur J. Leblanc, the Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, to provide his remarks.
Well, good afternoon. Bon après-midi à tous et à toutes. Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development, Druin, good afternoon. As the Queen's representative in Nova Scotia, it is my pleasure to join you on this very special day. Patsy and I are delighted to celebrate the achievements of outstanding educators and partners. Your work embodies diversity and inclusion, empowering young people to achieve their full potential. À titre de représentant de la Reine en Nouvelle-Écosse, c'est avec plaisir que je me joins à vous en cette occasion spéciale. Patsy et moi sommes ravis de célébrer les accomplissements d'éducateurs et de partenaires exceptionnels. Vous intégrez la diversité et l'inclusion de votre travail afin de permettre aux jeunes de réaliser leur plein potentiel. Since 1935, Provincial Education Week has brought communities together to celebrate initiatives taking place in the school system. It raises awareness of partnerships and programs that ensures the future is bright for students living in our province. Today, we honor a group of exceptional individuals who build environments where all students see themselves reflected in the learning journey. They uphold the values of cultural responsiveness and meet students where they are. Much of this work involves building strong relationships with students, parents, guardians, and the community. These communal connections contribute to safe environments where students can express themselves and feel supported. I can think of no greater gift to give our children or prepare them to demonstrate inclusion and empathy in their own interactions. Ces liens communautaires contribuent à des environnements sûrs où les élèves peuvent s'exprimer et se sentir appuyés. Préparer nos enfants à faire preuve d'inclusion et d'empathie dans leur propre interaction est l'un des plus beaux cadeaux qu'on puisse leur offrir. I would like to take a moment to recognize all parents, guardians, school staff, community partners, for your role as leaders and mentors. Over the past 2 years, you have been required to pivot and adapt many times, often at a moment's notice. Au cours des 2 dernières années, vous avez dû vous adapter à de nombreuses reprises, souvent avec un préavis très court en raison de la pandémie. I would like to take a moment to recognize, as I said, the pandemic has been difficult to deal with for all. Parents, teachers, students, school staff. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your sacrifices, your hard work, and your dedication. I would also like to thank the Provincial Organizing Committee and the many local committees who have given their time and effort to plan celebrations during Provincial Education Week. Finally, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to École du Carrefour for graciously providing the venue for today's ceremony. En terminant, je tiens à remercier l'École du Carrefour d'avoir fourni les lieux pour cette cérémonie très, très spéciale. Thank you for inviting me to participate in today's award presentation. It is a great honor. Both my wife Patsy and I look forward to celebrating with you. Je vous remercie encore une fois de m'avoir invité à participer à la remise des prix d'aujourd'hui. Patsy et moi avons hâte de célébrer avec vous parce que c'est une journée très importante pour tous et toutes. Thank you. Merci. Walariak.
Merci. Thank you for your remarks, Your Honor. I would like to invite the Honorable Becky Druhan, Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development, to share her remarks. J'aimerais inviter l'honorable Becky Druhan, ministre de l'Éducation et du Développement de la Petite Enfance, à faire part de ses remarques.
Good afternoon. Bonjour. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenue, mesdames et messieurs. It is a pleasure to be joined today by His Honour, Arthur J. LeBlanc, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, and Her Honour, Ms. Patsy LeBlanc. I would also like to acknowledge all the partners, representatives, award recipients, and guests, including NSTU local presidents who are in attendance today. Honoring excellence in education is a long-standing tradition in this province, stretching back to the 1930s, when we first began observing Education Week. Education Week is a special time in our school year. I know teachers, administrators, ECEs, and school staff work hard every day. This week gives us the opportunity to formally recognize and honor the exceptional job that you all do. It is also an opportunity to show our appreciation to our education partners who make notable contributions to the success of all of our students. As Education Minister, it is a privilege to have the opportunity to celebrate with you today. We have over 20,000 school staff in our system, and you've been selected from across the province by your peers for your outstanding work. I would also like to acknowledge our partner award winners who dedicate their free time working with our students and providing them with the supports they need to be the best that they can be. Thank you all for helping our students, and thank you for taking the time to get to know the children in your schools and in your communities. This year's theme is Cultural Responsiveness, meeting students where they are. It is about ensuring safe and caring schools so that every student sees themselves reflected throughout their learning journey. The people who nominated you understand the important role that you play in this work. These stories are uplifting and inspirational, and thank you for them. Thank you for your continued commitment to our students and to our children's success. It is an honor to have the opportunity to celebrate with you today. Congratulations to each of you. Félicitations à tous, and to our education community professionals in our province who are helping our students succeed. Thank you. Merci.
J'aimerais maintenant inviter M. Michel Collette, directeur général du CSAP, au podium. Monsieur Collette vous transmet les salutations de Malou Derry, directrice de l'école du Carrefour, qui ne pouvait pas être ici aujourd'hui. I would like to invite Mr. Michel Collette, superintendent of the CSAP, to speak on behalf of school principal Malou Derry, who could not be here today.
Bonjour à tous. Merci d'être là. Mon nom, c'est Michel Collette. Je suis directeur général du CSAP. Et comme Moussa vous l'a dit, je vous lis le discours que Mme Derry a rédigé. C'est avec grand plaisir et au nom de toute notre belle communauté scolaire que je vous souhaite la bienvenue entre nos murs. Pendant la cérémonie, vous aurez la chance de connaître certains de nos élèves et membres du personnel. C'est avec fierté qu'ils et elles ont accepté de participer à cette belle cérémonie pour célébrer les acteurs premiers de l'éducation sensible à la langue et la culture. Le personnel des centres régionaux et du CSAP, je vous souhaite une belle cérémonie de la semaine d'éducation. Madame Derry could not be here today. She has asked that I welcome you to her school and our community. Thank you for being here. Merci à tous.
Thank you, Minister and Monsieur Collette, for your speeches. We will now begin the award presentation portion of the ceremony. I would like to call upon His Honor and Minister Druhan to come forward for the award presentations. I am pleased to announce the 2022 Education Week Award recipients. Education Week Award recipients are grouped according to their region. We will move through the regions in alphabetical order, followed by our partner award recipients. Interspeed throughout the presentations will be anthem performances and guest speakers. Each recipient will have their photo taken with His Honor and Minister Druhan receiving their certificate and pin. Just a friendly reminder, we ask that you hold your applause during the award ceremony until the end of each regional and partner award presentation. I will prompt you to clap to accommodate guests with auditory sensitivities. Un rappel de garder vos applaudissements pour la fin des annonces une fois que je vous l'indique. I will begin by presenting the Education Week Award recipients from the Annapolis Valley Regional Center for Education. Jill Parley Elmore, Steve Carrington, Jennifer Hissler, Jody Rutledge, Becky Corkum and Jamie McCumber, Leanne Stone, Andrea Roberts, and Pam Durling. Nice to meet you. Congratulations to our recipients in the Annapolis Valley Center for Education. A round of applause for our winners. We will now present the award recipients from Atlantic Province's Special Education Authority. Hannah Wade, Kristen Muse. Heather Limpert and Jax Warner, who are also award recipients, are not able to join us today. Congratulations to our Atlantic Province's Special Education Authority recipients. A round of applause for our winners. I would like to welcome our first student speaker, Kaylin Lloyd, to the podium. Kaylin is a grade 11 student at Bridgetown Regional Community School and has received direct services from APSEA throughout his schooling. Within BRCS, he is a musician and is treasurer of the Student Council and GSA. Kaylin consults and advocates for increased accessibility for disabled youth. Je voudrais souhaiter la bienvenue à notre premier orateur étudiant, Kaylin Lloyd. Kaylin est un élève de 11e année à Bridgetown Regional Community School et a bénéficié des services de APSEA tout au long de sa scolarité. Au sein de la BRCS, il est musicien et trésorier du conseil étudiant et de la GSA. Kaylin consulte et milite en faveur d'une accessibilité accrue pour les gens ayant un handicap.
Sorry, I don't speak French as well as everyone else here does. I dropped integrated in grade 9. Thank you for that lovely introduction. The successes that I have achieved, both inside and outside the classroom, have not been achieved alone. Without the support of many hardworking individuals and organizations like those represented here today, I probably wouldn't be here today. I'm very honored to be asked to speak following the presentation of APSEA's awards. This organization has shaped me into the person I am today and given me the skills and confidence to do so. This village of supporters, including my itinerant teacher, Heather Churchill, who has put up with me and my big head for over 10 years, has enabled me to achieve goals that I couldn't even have dreamed of a few years ago. They have provided direct support not only in my home and school, but have used their limited time to provide other opportunities, including skills development opportunities, those in urban environments, peer support activities, family weekends, camps, and more. The most impactful of these programs have been APSEA's short-term programs offered at their campus in the south end of Halifax. APSEA's support has allowed me to succeed in my home school of Bridgetown Regional Community School. And this is where Janet has given me the impossible task of capturing the theme of this ceremony in less than 5 minutes. We're a small school of 500 from grades primary to 12. Which places us in the tiny to small category of schools. In general, everyone knows everyone, unless you're me, when more people seem to know me than I know them. When talking about BRCS, two words often come up, and those are school culture. Through my various engagements, I've had opportunities to network with youth all across Nova Scotia, and very few of their experiences compare to the warm memories I share from BRCS. Specific to me, I have gone through school with teachers willing to move mountains to ensure that I have access to all the learning opportunities my peers do. This could mean anything from allowing me to turn their classrooms into a cave because I'm sensitive to light, sending materials in advance, or allowing me to touch items on display, to adapting their extracurricular activities such as student council and student vote, or guiding me through congested weekday events. Our school culture goes beyond my experience with accessibility, though. From the staff that excitedly take on extracurricular activities at each year, our principal that knows every student by name, and our sports teams that are backed by our school and community with a bit of healthy competition with neighboring schools. Guests and staff of all identities and abilities that visit BRCS leave feeling welcomed, respected, and supported. With this background, I have a few short stories and examples from my years at BRCS that lend themselves to this year's theme of diversity. I have been an avid member of our school's Gender and Sexuality Alliance for 3 years. This group of resilient peers advocates and creates a safe and welcoming environment for fun and peer support every time we meet. While this group provides a space to highlight the successes in our school, they are also a powerful force for change in advocating for our 2S LGBTQ+ students. While our advocacy includes many fun, lighthearted, and educational initiatives, the highlight of our advocacy came last year when our principal took down all of our gendered washroom signs. To break things up, I have a bit of a lighter story. Are there any band directors in the room? Don't put your hands up. As was mentioned, I play saxophone and percussion in our jazz and concert bands. Was it mentioned? Anyway, I play saxophone and percussion, and it turns out that not being able to see the conductor leads to some fun situations in rehearsal, including sometimes I like to have a race with other musicians that think they should listen to me. Nonetheless, my band director, Miss Brossett, and all my peers dust ourselves off and we move on, and maybe they'll forgive me one day. My final story from BRCS takes place in 2019. I was in grade 9 with a class of peers that are rambunctious, we'll go with. Many people are familiar with the term albino, but many people are not aware that the most appropriate term to use is person with albinism. This next story takes place in core French with my teacher, Laura Sherman, after I had politely mentioned that person first language was most appropriate to a group of classmates. Noticing this, and knowing me well enough to know that I had the confidence for her to do so, she gladly gave me the floor to educate the entire class on the matter. Unfortunately, I was met with some backlash and criticism from my classmates, all of whom do not have albinism. Madame Sherman, who by the way is also our GSA advisor, is passionate about justice and prioritizing voices that have lived experience, and was happy to support my efforts to educate and spend the rest of the period doing so, helping me find the words that I didn't always have. Needless to say, the dialogue wasn't entirely positive, and although I didn't realize it in the moment, the situation was very hard on me. Madame Sherman, noticing this, excused me from my next class and took her free to sit and support me in calming down, finding support, debriefing, and determining next steps. Now, you may be curious as to why I talked about Bridgetown's incredible school culture for 3 minutes and then told the preceding story. The point of this, however, was not about my peers or person-first language. These stories, however, highlight my teachers and administrators and support staff that work to keep Bridgetown a safe place for all students. Without the support of our administrators and support staff, we wouldn't have made the progress towards 2S LGBTQ+ inclusion we have at Bridgetown. Without teachers like Madame Sherman, many more incidents of disrespect would go unnoticed, opportunities to educate missed, and hurting students unsupported. My experience highlights just how important a role educators play in students' lives and the ways they support us inside and outside the classroom. Although all teachers deserve medals, these awards are an opportunity to celebrate all educators and the profound impact they have on our lives. Thank you.
Merci, Kaylin. I will now present the Education Week Award recipients from Cape Breton Victoria Regional Center for Education. Michelle Finnegan, Tanya Jamieson, Jaleese Campbell, and Gary Dennis. Cape Breton Victoria Regional Center for Education also recognized recipients Anne-Marie McLeod, Erica Headley, and Donna Baker, who are unable to join us today. Congratulations to our recipients in the Cape Breton Victoria Regional Center for Education. A round of applause for our winners. I would like to introduce Michelle Nash. Michelle is a parent of a child in the pre-primary program. Michelle joins us with a video presentation.
Hello, my name is Michelle, and I just wanted to take a minute today to talk to you about how great the St. Anne's pre-primary A class is. Our daughter Zoe has been in this class since September, and we have noticed so many great things from her being taught by Erica and Heather within this classroom. There's a huge focus on cultural appreciation within the class. They learn about different traditions and holidays, foods, and different dress that cultures have. And it's not necessarily the cultures of the children that are in the classroom. They learn about different things all over the world, which is just amazing. They also have learned about community support. They had the opportunity to either buy a toy for their classroom or donate food to the food bank. And all of the children within the class chose to donate the food to the food bank, helping and supporting their community. And I was just so proud that this educational opportunity was put forth to the children so they had the opportunity to make this decision, and that decision was helped and guided by our teachers without pressure to make that decision, but they knew that that was the right thing to do, and that really spoke volumes for the type of inclusive community that is involved within that classroom. There's also a big learning opportunity for appreciating each other's differences, whether that be skin color, ethnicity, gender. Really, the teachers do a very, very good job with helping everybody understand that we are all different and that we can all appreciate and love each other despite our differences, and that our differences are actually what make us us. That's what makes it important for us as individuals. And I find that that is just such an amazing lesson to teach these young minds, so that they can continue this thought process as they learn and grow going forward in their education. And of course, all of these things are done through amazing sensory games, literacy. They read every day. And all of these important aspects of community and cultural involvement are really done on a daily basis within this classroom. The amount of growth that we've seen in our child in the last year is just insurmountable to anything that we've seen. And we have nothing but the best to say about this classroom and the educational opportunities that the amazing teachers provide. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen, and I hope you have a great day.
I will now present the Education Week Award recipients from Chignecto Central Regional Center for Education. Karen Berezowski, Noreen Sillyboy, Keith Taylor, Shelley McLean, Amanda Duga. Chignecto Central Regional Center for Education also recognized recipients Megan Bell, Jessica Kinnear, and Sean Lind, who are unable to join us today. Congratulations to our recipients in the Chignecto Central Regional Center for Education. A round of applause for our winners. J'aimerais inviter notre deuxième oratrice étudiante, Elle Peters, au podium. Ça me fait grand plaisir de vous présenter Elle Peters, une élève de la 8e année de l'École du Carrefour. Cet élève passionné nous a aidés à ouvrir davantage aux différentes cultures grâce à ses convictions et à son implication dans des différents comités, entre autres celui du mois du patrimoine africain depuis 2 ans. We would like to introduce you to Elle Peters, a grade 8 student here at École du Carrefour. Elle is a passionate student who has helped us become more open to different cultures through her outlook and her involvement in various committees, including planning for African Heritage Month for the past 2 years.
Durant mon temps à l'école du Carrefour, j'ai appris beaucoup de nouvelles choses et rencontré beaucoup de différentes personnes. En tant qu'étudiante de couleur, mon expérience à l'école a été un peu différente que les autres. Au début, il y avait pas beaucoup de ressources pour les étudiants de couleur, mais avec du temps, cela a changé. Quand il y avait des problèmes, je suis allée parler avec la direction et ils ont fait des changements. Je pense que cette année ici a été la meilleure car les élèves de couleur ont été impliqués dans le mois de patrimoine africain. Nous avons été en charge pour l'organisation du mois et cela nous avait fait sentir comme nous avons été écoutés par les enseignants et la direction. Je pense que l'école est sur une bonne route antiraciste et je vous lance un défi. Personne ne naît raciste, le racisme s'apprend. Je vous mets tous au défi de réfléchir à la manière dont les parents peuvent être engagés pour aider à déconstruire ce flot du racisme. Le nier ou ne pas enseigner les différences fait partie de la semence. Nous devons apprendre à apprécier les différences, l'ignorance et le racisme. Merci.
Merci, Elle. Nous vous présentons maintenant les récipiendaires du Conseil scolaire acadien provincial. Renée Colette Sanson, Carmanda Murphy, Karim Ahmedchkou, Alvina Berthier, Sheila Leblanc et Atsu Amédée Kania. What tu fais? Le Conseil scolaire acadien provincial reconnaît aussi Marie-Yvonne Lapointe qui ne peut pas se joindre à nous aujourd'hui. Bon travail à tous les récipiendaires du Conseil scolaire acadien provincial. Vous pouvez applaudir. J'aimerais inviter les musiciens de l'École du Carrefour à venir présenter l'hymne national acadien, l'Ave Marie Stella. I would like to invite the musicians from École du Carrefour back to the stage to perform the Acadian national anthem, Ave Marie Stella. Veuillez, s'il vous plaît, vous lever pour l'hymne national. Merci aux musiciens. Thank you, musicians. And we will now present the Education Week Award recipients from Halifax Regional Center for Education. Brenda Hayes, David Roger, Susan Casey, Megan Colwell, Kim Bezanson, Keith Tasco, Angela Doyle Faulkner. Halifax Regional Center for Education also recognizes recipients Bahij Haddad, who cannot be here with us today. Congratulations to our recipients in the Halifax Regional Center for Education. A round of applause for our winners. I will now present the Education Week Award recipients from South Shore Regional Center for Education. Phil Prendergast, Melissa Nichols McConnell, Lindsay Willow, Mallory Corker-Myra, Carol Hughes. South Shore Regional Center for Education also recognizes recipients Joanna Alfonso and Lindsay Lowe, who cannot be here with us today. Congratulations to our recipients in the South Shore Regional Center for Education. A round of applause for our winners. I would like to invite Zamani to the podium, who will sing the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice. Zamani writes, produces, and engineers the songs she sings. Her unique brand of R&B, soul, urban jazz, pop explores themes of self-love, optimism, identity, and Black girl magic. She has performed in the US, Europe, Caribbean, and Africa. In 2019, she opened for legends Maya, Genuine, and UB40. She has written with Grammy winner Gordy Sampson. She has received many awards and accolades, including 5 African Nova Scotian Music Awards, Music Association Awards. She was named the ECMA African Canadian Artist of the Year in 2021 and her single Selfish won the 2022 ONSMA Single of the Year. Please rise for the singing of the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path, we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget Thee. Shadow beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our native land. Thank you.
Thank you, Zamani. I will now present the Education Week Award recipients from Strait Regional Center for Education. Jennifer Desmond, Chris Martins, Amy McKillop, Crystal Richards, Colleen Pelly, Candace Sillyboy. Strait Regional Center for Education also recognizes recipients Catriona Beaton, Jasper Jordan, and Mary Lou McKenzie, who cannot be here today. Congratulations to our recipients in the Strait Regional Center for Education. A round of applause for the winners. I will now present the Education Week Award recipients from the Tri-County Regional Center for Education. Jill Kite, Cherise Dixon, Shayna Maxwell, Cherie Hemian, Christine Henneberry, Melissa Fells, Terry Pinnell. Tri-County Regional Center for Education also recognizes Adam Chisholm, who is not able to join us today. Congratulations to our recipients of the Tri-County Regional Center for Education. A round of applause for our winners. Je vais maintenant présenter le premier prix d'un partenaire décerné de la part de la Fédération des parents acadiens de la Nouvelle-Écosse. Ce prix revient à Mervat Ismail qui est absente. The partner award recipient from the Nova Scotia Federation of Home and School Associations is Lisa McInnes. Unfortunately, Lisa is not here today. Please give a round of applause for Mervat and Lisa. This concludes the award presentations this afternoon. Will His Honor and the Minister please be seated? Au nom de nos lauréats et de nos invités, j'aimerais remercier le directeur général du CSAP, Michel Collette, les enseignantes de musique Élise Delaney et Brenda Fizet-Doucette, ainsi que les élèves et le personnel pour leur participation aujourd'hui. On behalf of our award recipients and guests, I would like to acknowledge the superintendent of the CSAP, Michel Collette, music teachers Élise Delaney and Brenda Fizet-Doucette, and the students and staff for their participation here today. The Provincial Education Week Committee wishes to thank Teachers Plus Credit Union, which has generously contributed to the success of Education Week since 2003. Le Comité de la Semaine de l'Éducation remercie le Teachers Plus Credit Union qui a généreusement contribué au succès de la Semaine de l'Éducation depuis 2003. Thanks to all our special speakers, the Honorable Arthur J. Leblanc, Minister Becky Druhan, student and parent speakers Kaylin Lloyd, L. Peters, and Michelle Nash. We would also like to thank our soloists Danielle Root and Zamani. Nous remercions également nos conférenciers et invités spéciaux, l'honorable Arthur J. Leblanc, la ministre Becky Druhan, les conférenciers, étudiants et parents Kaylin Lloyd, L. Peters et Michelle Nash. Nous tenons également à remercier nos soloistes Danielle Root et Zamani. The Provincial Education Week Committee will make a monetary donation to a community organization that reflects this year's theme, Cultural Responsiveness. Award winners, please remain in the theater so we can take a photo of all the 2022 recipients. So Steve, I know you got to get back, but relax. Les récipiendaires de 2022 sont invités de rester dans le théâtre après la cérémonie pour prendre une photo de groupe et par la suite à une réception dans le foyer en dehors du théâtre. Following the ceremony, I would like to invite you to a reception just outside the theater. Food is a way to connect to our heritage and our own cultural identity. Today, our reception has been catered by Mary's African Cuisine. Mary comes from a long line of women who have made their living preparing and selling food. Mary started her business as a rice seller when she was just a teenager. She now has over 30 years of experience in the culinary industry. I would also like to take this opportunity to introduce and thank our Provincial Education Week committee members. Ross McLaren and Jill Pierce from the Department of Education and Childhood Development. Angela Murray, Nova Scotia Teachers Union. Nicole Dupuis, la Fédération des parents acadiens de la Nouvelle-Écosse. Tim Simony, Public School Administrators Associations of Nova Scotia. Glenda Parsons, Atlantic Provinces Special Education Authority. Heather Calder, Regional Representative, Cape Breton Victoria Regional Center for Education. Janet Walsh, Nova Scotia Federation of Home and School Associations. Catherine Hartling, Council on African Canadian Education. The Provincial Education Week Committee would like to thank everyone for being here today and to acknowledge the wonderful work done by education who exemplify this year's theme, Cultural Responsiveness, meeting our students where they are. Le comité provincial de la Semaine de l'Éducation tient à remercier tous qui sont présents ici aujourd'hui afin de reconnaître le merveilleux travail accompli par les éducateurs tristes qui représentent les thèmes de cette année, la sensibilité culturelle, s'adapter à la situation des élèves. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of His Honor, the Honorable Arthur Leblanc, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, and Her Honor, Mrs. Patsy Leblanc. Mesdames et Messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour le départ de son honneur, l'honorable Arthur Leblanc, lieutenant-gouverneur de la Nouvelle-Écosse, et de son honneur, Madame Patsy Leblanc. Thank you very much et bon après-midi.